Is President Donald Trump dead? Well, he answered that question himself as liberals like Governor Tim Walz joked about it. I'm gonna let you hear the joke later, but note that a lot of people found it disgusting, with one top CNN anchor calling out Walz on live TV. Also, the president's goal of peace for blue cities is going so well that some Democrats are siding with him. Got a really good one today, but real quick. Make sure to drop a like and consider becoming part of this awesome community by subscribing to the channel.
Thank you for believing in these times, because look, I get it. You get up in the morning and you doom scroll through things, and although I will say this, the last few days you woke up thinking there might be news. Just saying. There will be news sometime, just so you know, there will be news.
Just to confirm, Tampon Tim is talking about the rumors about President Trump being dead. What's distasteful here is that they know for a fact that this guy survived 2 assassination attempts last year, and yet they still try to ignite the flames of hatred. For anyone who says that it's Trump who's spreading hate, I want you to watch this short Democrat compilation.
You know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there is unrest in our lives.
You got to be ready to throw a punch. Well, you have to be ready to throw a punch.
You need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
Feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. No, I wish we were in high school. I could take him behind the gym.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
People will do what they do.
Now I know you guys are smart. We don't have to read between the lines when it comes to these statements. All of them were encouraging supporters to become violent towards President Trump. This explains why Elon Musk's Tesla dealerships got vandalized by hardline liberals. The violent rhetoric has always been there, with Democrats washing their hands of this truth. This hateful behavior has somehow gotten on the nerves of CNN's Scott Jennings. Here's what he had to say about Governor Walz.
But I'll tell you who is a complete piece of I'm going to tell you right now.
There have been a lot of swear words at this
Tim
table today.
Walz,
Okay.
the governor of Minnesota, holding up a phone in front of a rally saying, well, we thought we were going to wake up and find out the president had died. Someday it'll happen. Someday it'll happen. I used to say he was the biggest buffoon in American politics, but it's worse now.
You rarely hear profanity from Jennings, so it sounds like he's really pissed at Walz, which is understandable given how tasteless the joke was. The president, on the other hand, was way too busy to hear about his own death. Here's how he responded when he got the news.
Something completely different, but about a big viral social media trend over the weekend. How did you find out over the weekend that you were dead? You see that?
No.
People didn't see you for a couple days. 1.3 million user engagements as of Saturday morning about your demise.
Really? I didn't see that. You know, I have heard, it's sort of crazy, but last week I did numerous news conferences, all successful. They went very well, like this is going very well. And then I didn't do any for 2 days, and they said, there must be something wrong with him. Biden wouldn't do them for months. You wouldn't see him. And nobody ever said there was ever anything wrong with him, and we know he wasn't in the greatest of shape. No, I heard that. I get reports. Now, you knew I did an interview that lasted for about an hour and a half with somebody, and everybody saw that was on one of your competitors. I did numerous shows and also did a number of truths, long truths, and I think pretty poignant truths. No, I was very active over the weekend. They also knew I went out to visit some people at the club that I own, pretty nearby on the Potomac River.
Moving on, Democrats have resorted to borderline slander against the president and his fight against rampant crime. Instead of focusing on the safety of Americans, many within the left are too busy blaming Trump for everything.
Look, anytime that there's crime anywhere in our state or around the country, we want to continue to see progress being made, and we are making progress here in Illinois and in the city of Chicago. But this is not about public safety, and this is not about making our residents safer. What Donald Trump wants to happen is he wants to manufacture a crisis. He's going to, as we just talked about, there's going to be a surge of ICE enforcement efforts. He knows that people will see those efforts and then want to speak out. People, good, decent people, will be heartbroken to see their neighbors being snatched off the streets and stuffed into unmarked cars. He wants to inflame tensions, and he wants to make sure that that he can cause some sort of crisis that he can say that he's coming to the rescue.
That was the Lieutenant Governor for Illinois, and we all know what's happening over there, right? But like I said, the script is out. Democrats can't talk about crime in their states and cities without pinning the blame on President Trump. Watch how Governor Pritzker is asked about the shootings that happened just days ago, which killed 7 people in Chicago.
You're going to hear people, especially this past weekend, 54 shot, 7 dead.
Yeah.
They're going to say the city's not safe. Would you ask your friends to ride the L after midnight or after, 9 o'clock at night even to come down to the city from O'Hare?
Look, big cities have crime. There's no doubt about it. But let's just pay attention to what President Trump is doing targeting Chicago. He's overlooking red states that have much higher crime rates.
This is a perfect example of the Democratic Party normalizing crime. Luckily, not every Democrat is under the same delusion as these two. Listen to what former Chicago mayoral candidate Willie Wilson had to say about what the president has been doing.
I support President Trump on this one. There's a lot of things I do not agree with what he might have done or going to do. But on this one here, crime, I support him 1,000%.
From the looks of it, it just takes a little bit of common sense to agree with the fact that crime is a problem in many cities and states, especially those that are Democrat-led. But what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Also, guys, I need a little help from this community. Please share this video to everyone you know, as we need all of the truth seekers that we can find. Encourage people to subscribe and hopefully stick around to find the truth with all of us. Thank you for all the love. Talk to you in the next one.